Close your eyes and picture this. You're standing on a cracked, moss-covered path leading to an ancient mansion. The Myrtles Plantation looms before you, its white walls weathered by time, its dark shutters creaking in the faint evening breeze. Towering oak trees, draped in Spanish moss, cast twisted shadows that writhe like specters across the ground. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and something else. Something unplaceable, almost alive. A pale moon hangs low, its light barely piercing the gathering fog. Somewhere in the distance, a low moan echoes, too faint to pinpoint, too real to ignore. This is no ordinary house. Welcome to the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, known as America's most haunted home. This isn't just a ghost story, it's a descent into a world where the past refuses to rest, where every creak and whisper pulls you deeper into a chilling mystery. Settle in, because this tale will grip you until the final word. The Myrtles Plantation, built in 1796, stands as a monument to both beauty and horror. Nestled in the sleepy town of St. Francisville, Louisiana, its elegant verandas and sprawling grounds once symbolized wealth and power. But beneath its charm lies a history soaked in tragedy, betrayal, and bloodshed, a legacy that seems to have bound restless spirits to its walls. The story begins with General David Bradford, a fiery revolutionary who fled to Louisiana to escape persecution after leading the Whiskey Rebellion. Seeking refuge, he built Myrtles as a sanctuary, a place to start anew. The house, with its grand columns and intricate woodwork, was a testament to his ambition. But Bradford's death in 1808 marked the beginning of a darker chapter. The plantation passed through many hands, each owner leaving behind a trail of sorrow that seeped into the very foundation of the house. The most infamous tale centers on the Woodruff family, who took ownership in the early 1800s. Clark Woodruff, a wealthy lawyer, moved in with his wife Sarah and their 3 children, dreaming of a prosperous life. But their dreams soon turned to nightmare, and at the heart of this tragedy was a young slave named Chloe. According to legend, Chloe was more than a servant in the Woodruff household. Some say she was coerced into a forbidden relationship with Clark, a relationship that bred resentment and desperation. Others claim she was simply a trusted house servant who overheard secrets she wasn't meant to know. Whatever the truth, Chloe's story ends in horror. One fateful day, it said Chloe baked a cake laced with oleander leaves, a deadly poison for the family. Was it an act of revenge, spurred by years of mistreatment, or a tragic accident born of ignorance? The details are lost to time, but the outcome is not. Sarah and 2 of her children ate the cake and succumbed to agonizing deaths, their screams echoing through the plantation's halls. The surviving slaves, fearing retribution, turned on Chloe. They dragged her to an oak tree in the yard where she was hanged, her body left swaying in the humid Louisiana air. Her grave, if it exists, has never been found, but her presence lingers. Visitors claim to see a woman in a tattered green dress wandering the grounds, her eyes hollow with grief, her figure vanishing when approached. Chloe's story is just one thread in the plantation's dark tapestry. During the Civil War, Myrtles served as a makeshift hospital where countless soldiers met gruesome ends. One tale speaks of a young Confederate soldier, shot on the porch by an unknown assailant. His blood, it said, stained the wooden floor, and no amount of scrubbing has ever removed the mark. Another story tells of Kate, a young girl from a later owner's family, who died of yellow fever at the tender age of 6. Her laughter, innocent yet chilling, is said to echo through the halls, accompanied by the sound of tiny footsteps pattering across the floorboards. Historical records lend weight to these tales. Old journals from the plantation's early days describe unexplained noises, doors slamming, voices crying out, objects moving without cause. A letter from a guest in 1820 mentions a presence that watches from the shadows, chilling words that resonate with modern accounts. The Myrtles Plantation isn't just a house, it's a living archive of pain, a place where history refuses to fade. Step through the heavy oak door of Myrtles and the air shifts. It's colder here, heavier, as if the house itself is holding its breath. The scent of old wood and wax lingers, but there's something else, a faint metallic tang, like blood long spilled. You hear a whisper, soft and fleeting, but when you turn, the hallway is empty. This is no trick of the mind. The Myrtles Plantation is a hotbed of paranormal activity, a place where the veil between the living and the dead is razor thin. At the heart of the parlor stands the haunted mirror, an ornate piece that seems to pulse with unnatural energy. Its surface, clouded with age, reflects more than the room around it. Visitors report seeing ghostly figures in the glass. Sarah Woodruff, her face pale and contorted, or her children, their eyes black voids. Small handprints, impossibly delicate, appear on the mirror's surface, only to vanish when touched. Paranormal investigators have tried cleansing the mirror with sage and prayers, but the handprints return, as if the spirits are defiant, unwilling to be erased. One guest, staring into the mirror late at night, swore she saw her own reflection smile. A smile she didn't make. Then there's the staircase of 17 steps, a narrow wooden structure leading to the second floor. Legend tells of a Confederate soldier who staggered up these steps, bleeding from a fatal gunshot, only to collapse on the 17th step. His death left an imprint. At night, heavy boots echo on the stairs, always stopping at that fateful step. Guests report an invisible barrier when they reach it, a force that pushes back, cold and unyielding. One investigator, armed with an electromagnetic field detector, recorded a spike in energy at the 17th step, accompanied by a faint voice whispering, "No further." The haunted bed in the master bedroom is perhaps the most terrifying. Its 4 posts are carved with intricate roses, but the beauty belies its curse. Those who sleep here wake gasping, a crushing weight on their chest, as if an unseen figure is pinning them down. Some see a woman in a white gown standing at the foot of the bed, her face obscured by shadow, her presence radiating malice. Others report dreams of being chased through endless corridors, only to wake with scratches on their skin. Photographs taken in the room often show orbs of light or shadowy figures hovering near the bed, invisible to the naked eye. These phenomena are backed by chilling evidence. Paranormal teams have captured electronic voice phenomena, EVPs, throughout the house. Disembodied voices pleading, "Help me," or chanting names long forgotten. Infrared cameras have recorded cold spots that move like living things, and motion sensors have triggered in empty rooms. One team, camping in the attic, recorded the sound of a child's laughter followed by a scream, though no children were present. The Myrtles Plantation doesn't just haunt. It demands to be noticed. The stories of Myrtles aren't confined to dusty legends. They're alive in the accounts of those who've walked its halls. Every visitor, from curious tourists to hardened investigators, seems to leave with a tale that lingers like a shadow. In 2015, a couple from Texas booked a night in the plantation's guest rooms, hoping for a brush with the supernatural. At 2 a.m., they were jolted awake by the sound of children giggling. The room was pitch black, save for the faint glow of a bedside lamp. On the floor, a rubber ball, one they hadn't brought, rolled slowly back and forth, as if guided by invisible hands. When they flicked on the light, the ball stopped, but the air grew colder, and the giggles turned to whispers. They fled at dawn, leaving their bags half-packed, swearing they'd never return. A housekeeper, employed at Myrtles for over a decade, shared a story that still haunts her. One evening, while polishing silver in the dining room, she heard the clatter of dishes from the kitchen. Assuming a coworker was at work, she stepped inside, only to find every plate arranged in a perfect spiral on the table, an impossible feat for the few seconds she'd been away. The air was thick with the scent of oleander, though no such plants grew nearby. She quit the next day, unable to shake the feeling of being watched. A paranormal investigator from New Orleans, known for his skepticism, visited in 2018 with a high-resolution camera. While photographing the grounds, he captured an image of a small figure in a green dress standing beneath an oak tree. The figure's face was blurred, but its posture was unmistakably human. Checking his footage, he confirmed no one was present at the time. The photo, now displayed in paranormal circles, is considered one of the strongest pieces of evidence from Myrtles. Another chilling account comes from a family staying in the children's room. Their young daughter woke screaming, claiming a girl named Kate wanted to play forever. The parents dismissed it as a nightmare until they found tiny handprints on the window pane, too small to belong to their child. The next morning, their daughter's toy doll was found on the lawn, its head twisted backward, though no one had touched it. These stories are just a glimpse of the hundreds collected over decades. Psychics who visited Myrtles claim the house sits on a spiritual fault line, possibly an ancient Native American burial ground. They describe an energy that hums beneath the floorboards, a force that traps souls like flies in amber. Whether you believe or not, the sheer volume of accounts, from terrified guests to seasoned investigators, makes one thing clear: something unnatural calls Myrtles home. What makes the Myrtles Plantation so uniquely haunted? Is it merely a collection of ghost stories, amplified by time and imagination, or is there a deeper truth? Skeptics point to natural explanations: creaking floorboards in an old house, tricks of light through warped glass, or the power of suggestion in a place steeped in legend. Yet even the most rational minds struggle to explain the evidence. Photographs of apparitions, recordings of voices, and physical sensations that defy logic. One theory suggests Myrtles is a nexus, a rare convergence of spiritual energies that acts as a bridge between worlds. The land itself may hold the key. Some historians believe the plantation was built on a sacred site, possibly a burial ground used by the Tunica people centuries ago. Rituals performed there, combined with the violence of slavery and war, could have torn a hole in the fabric of reality, trapping spirits like Chloe, Sarah, and the Confederate soldier in an eternal loop. Psychics describe a hum in the air, a vibration that grows stronger at midnight, as if the house itself is alive. Another hypothesis points to the house's architecture. The Myrtles was built with materials from older structures, including wood from a razed church. Some believe these materials carried residual energies, imbuing the house with a restless spirit. The mirror in the parlor, rumored to have come from a French estate with its own dark history, may act as a conduit, amplifying the supernatural activity. The spirits themselves remain the greatest enigma. Is Chloe a vengeful ghost, seeking justice for her suffering? Or is she a tragic figure, caught in a cycle of guilt? Are Sarah and her children bound by their untimely deaths, or do they linger to protect the house from further harm? And what of the soldier, forever standing watch by the window? Each story adds a layer to the mystery, but none provides answers. The Myrtles Plantation draws thousands each year, from thrill-seekers to scholars of the paranormal. Some leave laughing, claiming they saw nothing but a charming old house. Others emerge shaken, their eyes wide with stories of shadows and whispers. The plantation's current owners, who operate it as a bed and breakfast, embrace its haunted reputation, offering nighttime tours and ghost hunts. Yet even they admit there are rooms they avoid after dark, corners where the air feels wrong. Imagine standing on the Myrtles Plantation's lawn as midnight approaches. The moon is hidden behind clouds, and the oak trees sway in a wind you can't feel. The house looms before you, its windows like eyes watching your every move. A faint light flickers from an upstairs room, though the house is locked tight. The front door creaks open just an inch, as if inviting you inside. Do you dare cross the threshold? Do you dare face the secrets waiting in the shadows? The Myrtles Plantation is more than a house. It's a portal to a world where the past never sleeps. Its walls hold stories of love, betrayal, and unspeakable loss, each one etched into the very air you breathe. If you're brave enough, book a night and test your courage. But be warned, some who enter Myrtles never truly leave. Their stories join the chorus of voices that echo through its halls, a chorus that grows louder with every passing year. Thank you for joining World Mysteries on this chilling journey into America's most haunted home. If this tale sent shivers down your spine, share your thoughts in the comments below. And the next time you hear a creak in the night or feel a cold breath on your neck, ask yourself, is it just the wind? Or is something or someone trying to tell you their story?